You'd think you didn't trust me or something. You know I've been running my shop before you were wearing your first hair leaves, boy.
And you know we don't actually wear leaves in our hair, right?
Really, lad?
Okay, maybe for special occasions, but we never just wear them for normal everyday wear. We actually dress rather normally.
There's nothing normal about what you tree folk get up to.
This from the man who spent his formative years chewing on rocks.
Exactly. Connect me to the earth it did. Grew up at the very foot of the stone mother I did. We mountain dwarves are a very hardy race because we had such a connection to the earth. You pointy ears would do well to connect on a deeper level.
We don't do well underground, Ran. I think you know that.
Aye, all too well, lad. All too well.
By the goddess. If you went back 1,000 years ago,
Trey, if you went back 1,000 years ago, our ancestors, well, actually, our grandparents, would be quaking in their boots. A dwarf and an elf, working and living in harmony side by side. Friends, even, they would have been livid.
grandparents? Speak for yourself, I'm not that old.
You're not that young either, lad.
True enough.
Bah, all this is in the past. Dwarves and elves haven't raised steel against one another in almost a millennium.
And may it ever be so.
May it ever be so.
Say what you will about the whole endeavor. This place has proved its worth time and again.
I wish we had it all those years ago.
Imagine brokering a peace treaty between our peoples here.
Gods below. Two of the most ancient races on the planet needed help with peace from some flea-bitten whelps.
And some haughty bloodsuckers.
Proved us wrong they did. This place works.
That it does. Just promise me you won't redecorate the shop or anything.
That'd be an improvement, lad. Besides, I'm adding my signature dish to the menu.
Oh, by the goddess, no.
Iron belly pancakes.
Rangrim, please, please, by all that you and I both hold so dear, do not add those monsters to my shop.
Stop worrying so much, lad. You'll round your ears out.
Fine, fine, fine.
You have my word. This place'll be just as you left it. Besides, can't have you horning in on my business once you're back now, can I?
Really?
One taste of my pancakes and crepes will have your patrons doing backflips, and your sales increasing tenfold.
Ran, if my sales go up that much, we'll carve a tunnel between our two shops and make it a joint venture.
Sounds like a good plan to me, lad.
You need anything else from me?
Only a promise that you'll be safe on your journey, my old friend.
Of course. There and back without a scratch.
Good lad. May the Stone Mother watch your road, and may your feet always find solid rock.
And may the goddess's light shine softly upon you.
I'll see you soon, lad.
I'll see you soon, Rangrim. How's it going in here? Oh, just filling Rangrim in on some of the last-minute details. I want to make sure he has everything he needs. Yes, well, I don't know. This is the first time in quite a while I've left the shop, and, I'm a bit nervous, if I'm being honest. No. I'm not nervous to go home. I love my parents, and I love my home, but, well, it's been quite a while. I can't quite remember the last time I saw them. I mean, not including my sister, of course. You were there the last time that I saw her. Yes, well, she's positively thrilled that we'll be coming, but I don't know. I sometimes worry. It's very hard being the non-magically gifted son of two of the most magically gifted people in an entire race. I know deep down they don't hold any animosity towards me for not being magically inclined. Just the opposite, in fact. They tried to go out of their way to help me pursue any interest that I wanted, but sometimes I feel like I let them down. And while they're the first to try and persuade me otherwise, I guess I wish I could do more for them the way they do for me. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps you're right. At the end of it all, I want them to be happy. Especially now that they've retired. The world is their oyster. Oh, yes, my parents haven't been free of responsibility for hundreds of years. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if my father is going just a little crazy. Oh, Mom always tried to get him to take more time off, spend time with the family. She knew secretly, though, he likes being busy. He likes having a project. I'm thinking the workshop at home is probably full of a dozen now. And he's probably got 4 outside that she pretends not to notice. Like I said, 2 of the most magical beings in my entire race. He's never going to get one by her. But Goddess love my mother. She'll pretend not to notice to make him feel like he's, being sneaky. They have a wonderful relationship. I guess you could say I'm an outlier with most of my friends. I actually have a very healthy relationship with my parents. And they have a very loving marriage. I was blessed as a child. Look at Caleb and his, well, parents. I'm sorry, I cannot put the term parent to anyone who would throw their child out simply because he was turned into a werewolf. I do not abide that. Ah, yes, and of course, in Chester and his whole brood. Oh, Chester is the walking, talking definition of nature, not nurture, and that whole argument. Oh, listen, I'm not saying anyone couldn't be bad and or good. But you have to admit, Chester has an innate goodness in him. Something I don't think can be replicated by teaching. It's the only explanation for why he is the way he is. That's very fair. Be that as it may, we could stand here talking all day, or we could discuss preparations for the shop. Oh, we probably should. We probably should. At the end of it all, we're leaving for a month, maybe 2. I'd like to make sure this place is ready to roll. Normally, a manager and his assistant manager would not be leaving at the same time, but I don't know. I feel like we kind of have to at this one, so we'd better both do a fair amount of work. Make sure that this place is tip-top and ready to roll. What can I say? The past few months you've proven yourself more than up to the task. It was natural to figure you for a promotion to assistant manager. Unfortunately, you have to come with me for this trip. It's kind of the whole reason. You're not in trouble, nor am I. No elf would ever claim to hold dominion over you. There has to be some questions asked, though. And more importantly, I think my parents want to offer you some level of protection. At the end of the day, again, they would never pursue any sort of stewardship over you. We would never presume that. We know what you are. We know how powerful you are. I don't know if you've ever been told what elves think of unicorns, though. Really? Well then, would you like me to tell you? It can be a bit intimidating. Okay, well, in all of our legends, in all of our myths, unicorns are the most sacred of creatures. The goddess's most pure and devout manifestation of love to her people. You are magic incarnate. You are purity incarnate. You can heal. You can inspire. You can unite. You are something truly special, and something each and every one of my people hold sacred. To that end, I think my parents just want to make sure that you and I are both safe. And that if anything were to happen, you and I have a safe exit plan. No. I'm not planning for anything to happen, but if word gets out of what you are, we need options. I don't think anyone will tell anyone else what you are, but it still behooves us to plan. If I've learned anything from Caleb, a good plan is worth its weight in gold. Which is funny, because sometimes I think he flies by the seat of his pants, but, well, who knows? Don't let him hear you say that. I think he likes to think he's always planning and in control. He, like the rest of us, is subject to the winds, as it were. Yes, well, would that we all could be solid and firm all the time. Life doesn't work that way, though. That's true. Sometimes life has us flying off by the seat of our pants to the elven kingdoms. Life is strange that way. Yes, Carlia said the portal would be ready for us, I think 2? I'll double check the note she sent, but as long as we're ready by tomorrow, we'll be fine. Yeah. It'll be good to see the family again. Come on. We have some work we have to do. We could sit here talking all day, but I think we'll find time for that soon. It is the most magical place on the entire planet, save maybe for Connor's Tir Nanog. I think we'll find time to relax. Don't worry. I'm going to head into the back. I want to take one last inventory. You have things up here for a minute? Good. I'll see you in a minute.